good citizens. Welcome to Youth Unplugged, your weekly dose of unfiltered fun and laughter. I'm your chill host, Dee, and we've got a laid-back show that's perfect for the youth. This portion of the program is dedicated to debating certain issues affecting the youth, common myths, trending ideas, stories, and ideologies commonly believed about youth and youth beliefs. We also have a segment of games show where you can test your knowledge and win prizes. So grab your snacks, find a cozy spot, and let's hang out together in the coolest corner of the radio waves. I have someone amazing here with me, my co-host, Fred.
Hello.
No, I'm not going to let you introduce yourself. We're going to introduce you.
Yeah, it's fine.
To the world.
But for those who do not know my name, my name is Fred Nice.
Okay. Okay, Fred and I are going to be debating a particular topic today, which I think is quite interesting. It's do you prefer to live in a big city with lots of opportunities or a small town with a strong sense of community? Fred, what do you think about this?
Straight up, I think I prefer to live in a big city.
Big city. Why?
Yeah, well, for me, I think just the opportunities that comes with living in a big city.
Okay.
And everything works fine. The movement, businesses are working fine. So I think for me, it's better living in a big city, even though it's also expensive. It comes with its prices.
Thank you for mentioning that's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive
because it is expensive, city. Yes.
But then there are opportunities that can pay the bills, right? So for me, I'd rather live in a big city. That's why when people say Lagos is expensive, let's say Lagos for an instance, say Lagos is expensive. I say Lagos is not expensive for me. If I want to live in Lagos, I can live in Lagos.
Yes.
You just have to find something that will pay the bills. So when people say I don't want to live in Lagos, me, I think Lagos is quite expensive. Yes, but maybe because you don't have something that can pay the bills.
Okay.
Right. So if I have something that can pay the bills, come on. If I can earn $1 million,
then you can live in the city.
Yeah, I can live in
the city. But I believe that living in a small town with a strong sense of community is a better place to be, because the world is losing itself to individualism, which is in itself not a really bad thing. But having a place where the only thing people think about is themselves and saying, okay, I want to live in a place where it's all about my self-actualization. That's what the city preaches to you. Looking for greener pastures, looking for how to make your own life better. But living in a place where there's community development, I mean, that's something the whole world should be looking for right now. That's something the whole world should be, because Nigeria as a whole, if we don't come together to build our nation, it should just be okay. We can point out now and say Lagos is quite a beautiful state, or places like Abia are doing well, but that's just one state out of a whole country, or one place out of a whole country, which means the entire country is not benefiting from this development. So I don't think I want to live in a big, the big city. And let's not lie, the big city has a lot of its downsides too. There's traffic. There's a lot of coming to work for me. It's very stressful because I live in Kuje, so I can tell you, coming to work, even if I'm planning, I leave my house early, I'm planning. Abuja is slowly becoming like Lagos. Come on.
You're not living in the city.
Abuja is slowly becoming like Lagos. But I'm still living. Exactly. I am living in a town. Yes, I am living in a town, but I still come out into the city, and I can tell you, as someone who's coming from town to city.
That's why you have to live in the city. You don't live in Abuja until you're living in the city. You have to live in the city, because if you live around Maitama or Sukuru, for instance, I'm very sure that coming to the office will not be a problem. But you decided to live in Kuje.
I didn't decide to live there.
Now, you made mention of people in the city are a bit selfish, right? Or
no, there's a more of an individualistic, mindset.
Even in the village, it's a mindset. If you don't want to associate with people, I think that doesn't have to do whether you live in a city or not. If you live even in the community, you can decide to just in your little crib, you're always there. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to associate with people. But me, I'm actually looking at the opportunities aspect of this whole conversation. I'm looking at how to make money. Looking at the aspect of making money, the aspect of education, the aspect of good living, right? So if you're looking at education, for instance, I know for sure that in the city you have better opportunities and better chance of living in the city. for someone like me or the new generation who are studying online, right? It is a bit difficult to live in a small community or in a village and be able to study online because of internet connection and all. You always have glitches there. There. But if you live in a city, for instance, and live in a city like maybe Abuja or Lagos, internet, you always have that internet. You always have access to internet to study online, go to universities online, and get your certificate. And the city is always clean. You know?
Okay.
So your health is not at risk.
Okay. But you know, Fred, when we're talking about town, we're not exactly talking about rural. Like you pointed out, I'm living in Kuje. Kuje is quite a rural, not really rural, but it's like a town. You understand? It's a town. It's not a city place. But I can tell you that we have internet, we have facilities, we have health, and the most important health of all, if you actually check, the system, is the primary health care. And primary health care usually sits in the towns and the villages. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So if we put, if we put our whole mindset towards community building, we should have better health at the grassroots than we do at the city. I mean, even at the city point, do we even have good health care? You still go to places like National Hospital, and they delay you before you get health. And then someone.
That's why if you have the money, you go to.
But Fred, what we're saying, we're not even talking about the money now. If you didn't have the money then and you were living in the city,
how can you live in the city without money?
People do live in the city with no money.
Realistically, people live without money.
Yes.
But I would personally prefer to live in a city because of the opportunities.
Yes, there's opportunities, but not everyone gets them. That's the point. Not everybody gets the opportunities you are talking about. I feel like in a town, in a place where it's small, with a smaller population, there's this ability to to monopolize a business and say, okay, because we don't have this in our community, I can start a pharmacy because we don't have a pharmacy. But imagine this thing where it's in the city and you're coming from the perspective of I want to get money. The competition is crazy. You said it yourself. This is like Lagos.
The competition is crazy. There's nowhere or there's nothing you do that you not see competition. Even in the rural areas.
Yes, that is true.
You will still get the competitors.
But it's more in the city.
To understand is that in a smaller community, your business is likely not going to be global.
Why would you say that?
Because I am a tech person, right?
Okay, yeah.
So coming from the aspect of technology and exposure and all. So your business is likely just going to be, it has a cycle, it's just going to go around because your business is surviving on referrals. I got this. Let's say, for instance, you buy something and it goes to a friend's house and the person likes to let me a bag. So, where did you get this bag? Oh, from this person, gives address. So your business is surviving on referrals, not really because of because of marketing. Because if it is not marketing, you probably do not have access to it.
Okay. But I'd like to stop you there and tell you that people in towns do have technology. They do have technology, Fred, and they're able to globalize their businesses. Actually, they're able to sell, on a low scale. It might not be as big as the companies in the city, but they do sell. People are aware that they exist because there are platforms like YouTube. You can even go global from places like WhatsApp now. You can go global. So
I know that people
I understand that you're saying it's more large scale in the city than it is in the town. But I'm actually talking about having a community, a place where you can say, I belong here. I'm contributing to this place. Because in the city, I don't think with all the loud noise, the jazz, and with everything, we should be saying city is a better place to live.
Cities are definitely the better place to live.
Okay, we're going to go on a short break. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. See you soon.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Epa!
Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest developments and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, welcome to our world of technology. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, expanding our global reach through technology.
We are back from our short break. You're still here with us on 93.7 Citizen FM, and we're here on the program Youth Unplugged, where Fred and I are still debating the topic: would you rather live in a city with big opportunities or in a small town with a strong sense of community? Fred, you were saying something before we went on break.
Yeah, I was saying, in as much as relationship and sense of community is important.
Yeah.
I think all of that can be done in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the city you can also have friends, you have a club, yeah, and then you do all of those things people doing in the villages. Let's say, for instance, people in the community help to develop the wherever they live, right? So you can also do that even in the cities. You must not wait for the federal government or the government to do everything for you. You and your friends can say, let's have this amount of money, and then we want to repair this road, we want to buy this, we want to do this. So even that sense of community can still be experienced in the city.
Yeah, but so how many people are doing this? How many people are saying to their friends, let's help our streets, let's do this as we're not even talking about like a realistic situation now. We're just saying, would you rather? Yes, would you rather live in a place? Yeah,
even realistically, I think even realistic or however you put it, I'd still rather live in the city because I know.
Yes, city boy.
City works for me.
Okay.
City just works for me. Yeah, people do it. I can agree that people do it because I know even where I live. While I was coming to the office today, I saw some group of youth. This is even interesting. I saw a group of youth cleaning the gutters.
Oh wow!
This morning while I was coming to the office.
That's lovely. That's
and I know for sure that because I had seen them on Thursday, and I asked one person who paid these people today. They said nobody paid them. The other one, they're church people, and then these other people, they are just group of friends who came together to do this, so that the place can be very clean, and tidy. So even in the city, people still do it. You can call your friends. Let's do this, let's buy this. I know, what are people who volunteer to stand on the road to control traffic?
Okay.
They do this in the city.
All right, before I get back at Fred, our phone lines are open. You can have a conversation with us on 0818-2222-205. That's our WhatsApp line. Or 0818-2222-2206. That's for the call. Yes, Fred, you were saying.
Yeah, I was saying, even in the city, people do it. What are those people who control traffic or giving the sense of traffic? There are a whole lot of things, voluntary things people do that I can't even remember right now.
Yeah.
So the sense of community is also in the city. It depends. It depends what you're looking for. But I know for sure that living in a community, a smaller community, is not bad. But for me, For me, for Fred,
for city boy,
you can say that again. For me, I don't think it works for me because of what I do for a living, because of my career. I don't think living in a smaller community will work for me, because tech, I don't know. You have to live in a place where these things are acceptable.
Okay, yes, but like I pointed out before, these things are acceptable. It's just that they will be on a small. So what you're trying to say, Fred, is you'd rather be international than local.
Exactly.
Okay, yes, but
exactly. I'd rather break some records.
But what's wrong with local? What's wrong with?
That's why I said earlier. You have a circle. You just walk around the circle.
It's not.
You can't go.
But it's not a circle. Not all maps come in circle.
Okay, let's say you have a small circle, because you're not going far further from where you are.
But I've told you that you are. Some people go global from communities, just town places. You can be international.
You can be international only if you decide to take some actions that I say that related to living in a city. Because if you're in the village and you want to make money,
okay, but I'm only saying this because not everyone has the opportunity to, in quotes, japa, leave a particular place and go somewhere else. Not everyone has that opportunity, especially when you live in a family where you people are 8 children and your parents are trying to take care of everybody at the same time, and you're looking for greener pastures. Not everyone can leave the town to go to the city. But I'm saying if you have a strong sense of community in a place, they can even say, you know what, let's take this child that is bright, that is brilliant, and let's sponsor him so he can, do something really, really great. That is great. That's what I'm saying. That for me is better, because when you're in the city, it almost feels like you're on your own. You're all alone. You have to do it by yourself.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, Frank.
How many people are being sponsored in the villages?
I don't know, actually.
Exactly.
But I do know a few.
Exactly, that's my point. Okay. So even in the villages, everybody is also still struggling on their own. Because I know that for whatever reasons, everybody does whatever they do for their own reasons.
Okay.
And for their own interest, rather. So if you say, let's say Mr. A wants to sponsor Mr. B's child, what about his own child? Is his own child going to school? If it's going to school, is it a good school? So even in the villages, I'm very sure, or smaller communities, I'm very sure that everybody wants I can say that 80% of people want to live in the city.
With the noise and the dirt and the traffic.
Which traffic?
If you're listening to us from anywhere, that's a town, you should contribute. We want to hear you. I'm going to, call the numbers again. 08182222205. That's our WhatsApp. 08182222206. That's for a call line. Fred, you were saying?
I'd rather live in the city.
That's the conclusion. That's the end. Period. I'd rather live in the city.
Yeah, because I know we have short time, which will be running up in 5 or 4 years, for a few minutes. But I can tell you for free, even if you wake me in a dream, Fred, wake up. Choose living in the city, or I'll just straight up and tell you that.
Okay, but I will tell you why I want to live in a smaller community. As someone who has grown up in the city, even though you want to insult me and say it's the town I'm staying, but somebody who has grown up in the city,
I'm sorry, that's
someone who has grown up in the city, and I've seen the way cities go. Rural communities are cleaner. Maybe not as clean as you want them to be, but they are cleaner, Fred.
Are they?
No, we shouldn't lie to ourselves, because here we even have to have people who go around the streets picking things. But there's more trees. There's just fresher. Have you ever gone to the village? From the city during the holidays?
Yeah, I have.
Do you know the air is different there? Even though yes, they are becoming a bit like us, because even towns are so slowly turning into cities, but even the air is fresher there because there's more trees. There's more, not like in the city where houses are clumped together because you have to find a place to accommodate everybody. But there it's fresher. There's just this camaraderie that you can't find anywhere else in a rural community, because everyone wants to make sure you are settled in the the village or the town or whatever.
I won't deny that. Like before the last time I went to the village, I enjoyed it, especially I don't entertain heat, right? So it was very calm, it was very nice. But I looked around and oh God, no light.
But you can learn to live without those things if you stay in a place for a long time.
Sorry?
I just saw Fred's life flash before his eyes.
How can I adopt to learn how to go backward? That's not possible for me.
Okay.
It's not possible. Yeah, I enjoyed like I was saying, I enjoyed it, right? But then the aspect of having to give someone, my younger sister, my phone. Hello, sis, could you help me go to a charging point and plug my phone and then pay some amount of money? Oh God. Can I not pay the bill and have lights, constant lights every month? I should have lights every month.
Yeah, you should.
Then, apart from that, the roads were not too good. They were not really bad. But then I couldn't put on my white clothes. Because the moment you put on your white clothes, just be ready to wash it with tons of soap.
You buy everything.
You have
Omo,
to buy
Ariel, everything.
You buy everything. So I enjoy that part, but I'm looking at the aspect of being a global person, the aspect of comfort.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be comfortable if I live in a city than to live in a village.
Okay.
Trust me.
All right, Fred. Whatever you say, Fred. Okay. So we're going to wrap up this segment of the program right now because we're going to have a game show where there will be prizes to be won. Please stay with us. We'll soon be back. All right. Okay, so that was like a mistake. We will be we'll actually do the game shows on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Well, it was fun to have you listening to us here on Youth Unplugged. Please come back the same time tomorrow so that we can talk about more interesting opportunities with Fred. All right.
Yeah, there are opportunities in the city, so please live in the city.
No, please stay in the towns. We need you in the towns. All right, goodbye.
Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people.
Eunanda ni bila kane rini. Ile di kunyala na kwa bani bila babesaka ineta Abuja anabi Citizen FM 93.7. Era so metete ene ya ni bila va se no seve ini radio ononi. Eku yo ni va se no seve ini ya bani bila saka ovi eku ijumo eku Saturday ateku yo se eku etononi agugo himpoluva ava se men. Wa bani bila do ye ineta Abuja ezo wa ya kene ake wale jiri nuwo do aka esana na inoku down ni. E bila kanere ume ovi oniva se kale ni ya bani bila saka de kada wona geten aboni.
What thing I go do to make you see? Say my love for you now real. This baby is right here.
Come on, come on.
Baby is right here.
Come on, come on.
I don't need for this game. No be today. No go let your love walk away.
One beat, two face.
Baby is right here.
DJ.
I was weak when you said you have to go.